You're living your normal life. You order your Nespresso pods online. You grab a new set from Gymshark. You pick up a Sony PlayStation for your kid. And every single time, without even thinking about it, you check out through ShopPay. One click. Done. And then it hits you. You remember something Warren Buffett once said, invest in what you know. And suddenly, it all makes sense. You use Shopify every week. You've felt how smooth it is. You've seen your favorite brands running on it. You understand this business, or at least you think you do. And the stock is already down more than 30% from the start of 2026. The entry point feels almost too good. You start doing the math in your head. You imagine what this could become. Honestly, your instinct isn't completely wrong. Shopify is one of the most remarkable businesses I've ever looked at. But I won't touch the stock. Not right now. Not at this price. And by the end of this video, I'll show you exactly what the math looks like if you buy it today. My name is Nate, and I think way too much about why some stocks make people rich, while others destroy their wealth, even when the company is doing everything right. If this video changes how you think about investing, hit subscribe. Now, let's talk about why I genuinely love Shopify, the business. Because here's the thing. If you don't understand how good this company actually is, you won't fully feel the gut punch when we get to the price. Most people think Shopify is a website builder, like, oh, it's just Squarespace, but for online shops. That's completely wrong. Think of it this way. If Amazon is the biggest mall in the world, Shopify is the electricity, the plumbing, the Wi-Fi, running behind every wall. You never see it, but nothing works without it. It powers millions of merchants. From a tiny one-person kiosk just getting started, to fast-growing brands like Manscaped, to celebrity empires like Skims and Taylor Swift's merch store, all the way up to Nestlé, Netflix, and Red Bull. Yes, those companies run on Shopify. And here's what makes it remarkable. Shopify doesn't compete with its merchants. It arms them. Website, payments, inventory, shipping, TikTok shop, Instagram checkout, Amazon integration, physical stores, all of it. One platform, one monthly fee. Now look at the actual numbers. Shopify's GMV, the total money flowing through the platform, hit $340 billion last year. $340 billion. That makes Shopify the second largest commerce platform in the world, right behind Amazon. And yet, here's the part that completely blew my mind. When you measure Shopify's market share against total retail sales in the US, it's only 2.7%. 2.7%. The runway here is almost uncomfortable to think about. And the moat? It's genuinely deep. Shopify has 16,000 apps in its ecosystem. Its closest competitor has 1,300. When a merchant builds on Shopify, they connect their email marketing, inventory, loyalty programs, everything talking to everything. To move away after a year or two takes 6 months minimum. 6 months where you basically can't sell properly. Nobody leaves unless they're forced to. And then there's ShopPay. That one-click checkout you keep hitting without thinking. It has the highest conversion rate of any checkout method in the world. 50 to 60% better than guest checkout, better than Apple Pay, better than PayPal, better than Google Pay. Every time someone clicks that button, Shopify wins a little more. More merchants join, more shoppers use ShopPay, more shoppers use it, more merchants want in. That's a network effect, compounding quietly in the background, every single day. Then there's the guy running it all, Toby Lotka. He started Shopify because he wanted to sell snowboards online and couldn't find a platform good enough, so he built one himself. He's still the CEO, still the largest individual shareholder. And when the company made a massive mistake, spending billions building a logistics network that wasn't core to the business, Toby stood up, admitted it publicly, sold it off, and refocused. That's not how a hired executive behaves. That's how an owner behaves. So, incredible business, exceptional founder, real moat, massive runway. I love everything about this company. And that's exactly why I won't touch the stock. Here's what most people get completely backwards. They think Great business equals great investment, but those are two totally different questions. The business tells you what you're buying. The price tells you whether it was worth it, and right now, the price is the problem. Let me give you a picture. Imagine the most beautiful house you've ever seen. Perfect location. You know for a fact it'll be worth more in 10 years. But the seller wants $13 million, and it rents for $100,000 a year. Would you buy it? Of course not. The asset is great. The math is insane. That's Shopify. Right now, here are the actual numbers. And I'm going to be generous. I'm going to assume Shopify executes perfectly. Revenue growing at 20% every single year. Operating margins expanding from 12.7% today up to 20%, which is a fair blend for a business that's part software like Salesforce at 22% and part payments like PayPal at 18%. No surprises, no competition eating share. Perfect execution every year. Even under those assumptions, with the most optimistic, realistic scenario you can draw up, the forward PE for 2026 is still 60 times earnings. 60 times. By 2029, 3 years from now, it's still 40 times earnings. The threshold where a price starts making real sense for a great business? Around 20 times. Shopify? In the best case, it gets you to 40 times in 3 years. That's still double the threshold. With zero margin for error? The whole way. Now, here's the part that actually hurts to think about. People who bought Shopify at the peak in 2021 weren't wrong about the business. Revenue kept growing. Merchants kept signing up. GMV kept climbing. Everything they believed about Shopify was completely true. They were right about every single thing that mattered. Except one: the price they paid. The stock dropped 80% while the business kept growing. Being right about Shopify didn't save anyone. Paying the wrong price did all the damage. So what do you actually do with this? Don't avoid Shopify forever. That's not the point. Put it on your watch list, know your price, and wait. The best investors don't chase great businesses. They wait for Mr. Market to panic and offer something great at a price that actually makes sense. And Mr. Market does panic. He overreacts. He has bad days. He will eventually offer you Shopify at a price where the numbers work. Your only job is to be ready when that happens. This isn't about being pessimistic about Shopify. It's about being disciplined. Because if you want to see what it looks like when a great business comes at the right price, when everything lines up, go watch the Amazon video. Same way of thinking, very different conclusion. The edge isn't information, it isn't even conviction. It's discipline. And right now, the most disciplined thing you can do with Shopify is absolutely nothing. Let me know in the comments which great businesses you're looking at now. I will help you go through it. Buy now or not.